Does anybody want to talk about what a flaming pile of hot garbage the Chevy Equinox is? These cars are hot garbage. It's a fun story behind this car. Before I get into it, put the windows down. But anyway, it's a 2012 Equinox. It's in like new shape, really. Oh, here it does this. This is fun. There we go. Blend door actuator shot. That's fun while you're driving right there, boys and girls. Ugh. Anyways, all right. So I bought the Chevy Equinox last year. It now has, well, if I can get the lights out, it'll fit 120,838 miles. All right. So the car is in great shape. I never really drove it. I bought it with 113,000 miles on it. I recently sold my other daily driver, which was a piece of junk, so I could buy this car, this Corvette that's a piece of junk. But anyways, let's talk about what a flaming pile of hot garbage this thing is. It doesn't look focused. Anyways, let's talk about what a flaming pile of hot garbage. So when I bought the car, I took it. I had the sealed transmission fluid changed, which this shit's not sealed. Anyways, I had the transmission fluid changed and flushed, and because I know the transmissions are a bitch on this car. The day after I got it, this is back in June of last year, the what is it called? The oxygen sensor light comes on. Needs a new O2 sensor. So I figure, hey, no big deal. I get a new O2 sensor. You take this. It's not too bad until you do it like 10 times, but jack it up, take the wheel off, put the new O2 sensor in it. Look, birds are using it as a shitster. Exactly what this car is, a shitter. But anyways, after I had it and the O2 sensor went bad, I put all brand new brakes, rotors, and tires on it because I thought, hey, I mean, I'm going to make it run well and last well and everything else. And then it sat for about 2 months while I drove my old shitty pickup truck around. So I started driving this thing again a couple months ago, and the O2 light comes right back on. And I'm like, whoa, I just replaced the O2 sensor literally months ago. It had less than 300 miles on it. I reset the light thinking it's a mistake, and I got one of the high-tech Snap-on computers. But no, it's not a mistake. The car immediately wants to butt-fuck me because it's a Chevy Equinox. And the O2 sensor light comes on again. I say, well, I guess they're known for having shitty O2 sensors. You can buy bad ones. So I go buy a new O2 sensor. Jack the car back up, throw it right back in. Okay? I'm like, all right, cool. Cool, everything's fine. I'm like, cool, we're good. Nope. About a week later, I'm driving it. O2 sensor light comes on. At that point, I'm furious. Go up to advanced auto. I almost catch some criminal charges. I flip out so bad. Get another O2 sensor. Put it in. We're up to the third O2 sensor in a matter of a few months of driving it. I put the O2 sensor in. Drove great for about, 10 minutes. And then it starts running sluggish. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. As it's driving shitty, the O2 sensor light comes on again. I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, there's a problem somewhere else. That's fine. Bring it home. O2 sensors shot. Within 10 miles of driving it, it is just jet black. I have the converter checked. It's fine. Okay. I put yet another O2 sensor in the car. I thought, maybe I got 3 bad ones in a row, but I don't know. Maybe that's just like winning the Special Olympics. I don't know how that happened, but anyways. Another O2 sensor. I'm up to my 4th sensor. I put the 4th sensor in. I'm driving home. The car completely starts missing. I'm like, oh my God. Pull it in, put the computer on it. I get a P304 code. So I say, all right. I go out and buy coil packs. I did all 4. Just figured why the engine was open. I did all 4 coil packs, all 4 plugs. Problem solved. Car runs fine. All right. Meanwhile, I'm still flashing an O2 sensor light. I don't know why. I come home again, tear the O2 sensor out of the car, and this is like the 5th time I've had to take this thing apart. And I say, well, all right, O2 sensor looks fine. I'm like, I don't know what the problem is at this point. I don't know. It's not blowing out a ton of shit out the exhaust. The light just keeps coming on. Keeps giving me an O2 sensor code. Took it to my mechanic, who put it on his real high-tech computer, and didn't know. He's like, well, there's no wiring problems. There's no computer problems. This car eats O2 sensors once a week. So finally, I just said, screw it. And I left it go. Bought this here little red Corvette a week or so ago. If it'll focus, which it doesn't look like it will. I buy this cute Corvette, I start driving it. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll drive the Corvette all summer. Well, now the Corvette's decided to, add to the ass fuckery of my life. So I have to go back to driving this. Which, whatever, it gets 20 miles a gallon. It looks nice, and I'll fix it eventually. Fix the O2 sensor, that is. But the first day I start driving it, hold on, let me close my house up. Go for a ride. See ya, Thor. So, as you can see, the car's in great shape. There's no rust. There's no nothing. It was a one-owner car. I paid out my ass for this car. So, all right, we're in this colossal heap of garbage. Like, seriously, this car's just a heap of shit. So I take it out and I start driving it. I think last week. I go to turn it on. And I get this warning. Service all-wheel drive system. And then my all-wheel drive goes out. So, which I'm sure that's a wheel speed sensor. I say, that's fine. That's fine. That's all right. It happens. The car it's a 12, so it's 9 years old now. She's getting up there. No big deal. I do all the codes. It needs a wheel speed sensor. I'm like, that's fine. I put the car down and I immediately hear that. Can you hear it? My blend door actuator breaks. This is all happening at once. Okay, that's the most annoying thing I've ever heard. There we go. It's horrible. It makes me want to punch myself in the face. Look at it. Oh my God. So anyways, I bought the wheel speed sensor. I bought the blend door actuator because I can only kind of have heat. Thankfully, it's getting warm. Service engine light, I realize, is on because, oxygen sensor. We couldn't go without that service engine light. I mean, God forbid it even turned off. If that service engine light turned off, I'd be terrified the car's going to blow up because the O2 sensor's on it every day. Constantly. It never ends. So here we got this cutesy little thing. Service all-wheel drive. That's fine. I'll put a wheel speed sensor in it this week. That's fine. No big deal, right? All right, let's turn that off. We get the miles. I put it in reverse. Let's go for a ride. Wait. We got power steering right now. Let's back up a little bit. It's not going to do it now. We go for a ride. There goes my power steering. You got to be shitting me. Now the car, it's not even giving me a warning. No power steering. The power steering, which I understand these are electric power steering. This car's literally got 120 bills on it. That's it. So the power steering as you're driving, see if I can get it to do it, will just shut off. What kind of shit is that? There we go. No power steering, let off, it's back. How's that work? Like, I hate this car. I hate it. I'm about to put it up for sale. I'm hoping my rack and pinion's not shot on it. But, yeah, never ever buy a Chevy Equinox. It's gotta be the worst vehicle I've ever had. Trying to drive, it's a nightmare without power steering now. I'm not sure how that system works. I'll have to pull out the manual for it. There goes my power steering again. No warning lights. I think they usually have a service power steering mode, but it's not coming up on it. No lights, no codes. I just continue to lose my power steering. No idea why. I'm gonna wreck on Route 8 if I keep on the phone. The cucking car has no balls. There we go. We're floored. We're floored. Can't even get this son of a bitch to 60. Well, now you can. And there goes my power steering again. Why, Equinox? Why do you hate me? Like, seriously, everybody should stay away from these old Equinoxes. They're death machines. When they break, everything goes at once. Do not buy a freaking Chevy Equinox.